Ever felt like your past is holding you back? What if your struggles could actually make you unstoppable? Hello and welcome. I'm very happy you are here today. This video is made for people who want to learn English. It is easy to follow and good for practice. Today, you will listen to a simple and powerful story, from refugee to New York City mayor. This story could change how you see yourself. It is about a boy who lives in a small village. He works hard, faces many problems, and never gives up. As you listen, follow the words on the screen. You can hear the right pronunciation and see how sentences are made. If you don't know a word, pause and listen again. This is a great way to practice reading and listening. Easy English Official is here to help you learn English while being inspired. You can learn step by step and grow more confident every day. Thank you for choosing Easy English Official. Let's begin this story together and enjoy learning English. Chapter 1. Early Life and Childhood. He was born in a small village where life felt both beautiful and uncertain. The sun always shone brightly, but the shadow of war hung over his childhood. His parents worked tirelessly, hoping to give him a better future. Every day brought lessons about resilience and hope. Life as a refugee meant constant movement and never feeling truly at home. Familiar streets could change overnight, and friends could disappear without warning. Yet, he learned to carry his memories like treasures in his heart. Even in uncertainty, he discovered the strength to keep going. The first school he attended was crowded and under-resourced. Books were scarce, and teachers were overwhelmed. Despite these challenges, his curiosity could not be dimmed. He would sit quietly, listening, absorbing every word with a hunger for knowledge. Language was a barrier he faced daily. Words seemed slippery and hard to catch. At first, he felt frustrated and left out of conversations. Slowly, he began to mimic, to practice, to repeat. Each new word was a small victory, a bridge to understanding. Evenings were spent with family stories by candlelight. Tales of ancestors, journeys, and dreams filled the air. He listened with wide eyes, learning not only about his heritage, but also about courage. These moments taught him that stories could give strength and direction. Food was simple, but the joy of sharing meals was profound. Each bite reminded him of home and family love. Despite scarcity, laughter could always be found around the table. These simple joys planted seeds of gratitude deep within him. The village had hills and rivers that seemed endless. He often ran along these paths, feeling the wind push him forward. Nature became a friend and a teacher, showing patience in seasons and the beauty of persistence. He learned to watch, to wait, and to notice the small wonders. Neighbors treated him with kindness, but also with suspicion sometimes. Being different meant standing out, and standing out could bring both smiles and whispers. He slowly understood the balance between pride in identity and humility in approach. Early friendships were fleeting yet intense. He formed bonds that were deep and meaningful, even if short-lived. Each friend left a mark, teaching lessons about trust, sharing, and loss. He began to understand the value of human connection. Life was not easy, but small victories mattered. Learning a difficult word, helping a sibling, or simply finishing a day without tears became reasons to celebrate. Each tiny success built a foundation for bigger achievements. He often wondered about the world beyond the village. Questions about cities, different cultures, and opportunities filled his mind. Dreams were fragile at first, whispered in the quiet of his room. Yet those whispers grew louder with each passing day. His parents encouraged him to study and observe. They believed knowledge was the key to a better life. Their belief became a silent fuel in his heart, pushing him to never give up, even when challenges seemed insurmountable. Music and dance were everywhere in his community. Songs told stories of love, struggle, and hope. Through rhythm and movement, he learned expression and emotion. These moments shaped his understanding of joy beyond words. Festivals brought the village together in color and celebration. He felt pride in belonging to a community despite the hardships. These events reminded him that even in adversity, life could be vibrant and full of laughter. He learned early that kindness was powerful. Offering a helping hand or sharing a smile could change someone's day. He began to see that small gestures could ripple outward, creating connections stronger than fear or difference. The first time he felt true fear was during a violent outbreak. The sound of chaos left him frozen, yet he discovered courage in himself he had never known. That moment etched a memory that would forever guide his resilience. Books became treasures beyond imagination. Every story opened new worlds, and reading became both escape and inspiration. Words offered freedom, perspective, and the possibility of a life beyond circumstance. He began to understand empathy by observing the struggles of others. Pain, hope, joy, and fear were universal threads connecting humanity. These lessons shaped his heart to care deeply while remaining grounded. Even in scarcity, creativity thrived. He would invent games with friends, making ordinary objects extraordinary. This ingenuity became a tool for problem-solving and imagination, skills that would follow him into adulthood. Life taught him patience more than any teacher could. Waiting for food, for news, for safe passage, or for understanding required a strength that could not be rushed. He learned that patience and persistence often led to results others overlooked. Hope was a constant companion. Though circumstances were harsh, he believed in the possibility of a better future. Dreams acted like a lighthouse, guiding him through moments of despair and uncertainty. He witnessed the struggles of his parents, their sacrifices hidden behind tired smiles. These moments instilled gratitude and a sense of responsibility. He understood early that life was not just for oneself, but also for those who loved and supported you. Early friendships with peers taught teamwork and loyalty. Games, chores, and shared learning experiences reinforced the importance of cooperation. He realized that success often depended on working with others rather than alone. Cultural traditions were woven into daily life. Festivals, storytelling, songs, and rituals provided a sense of belonging. These practices helped him maintain identity and pride while learning to navigate new worlds. Every day brought challenges, yet also small joys. Sunsets, laughter, learning, and music reminded him that life could be both harsh and beautiful. He learned to embrace contrasts and find meaning in every moment. He began to dream of a world where he could make a difference. From a small village in Uganda, the idea of impacting lives and communities grew inside him. The foundation for leadership and compassion was quietly taking root. Chapter 2. Growing up in the USA. The first day in New York was overwhelming. Tall buildings seemed to touch the sky, and the streets buzzed with endless energy. Every corner brought new faces, new sounds, and a world unlike the one he had known. The city was exciting, but intimidating. School was a maze of unfamiliar rules and routines, Classrooms felt crowded, and students spoke a language that flowed too fast. At first, he felt invisible, struggling to keep up with lessons and conversations. Yet, he refused to let fear define him. Learning English was both a challenge and a necessity. Words tangled in his mind, and pronunciation often felt impossible. He practiced constantly, repeating phrases, listening carefully, and daring to speak even when unsure. Each sentence learned was a step forward. Friends were difficult to make at first. Differences in culture and language created distance, and moments of isolation were common. Slowly, small gestures, a smile, shared lunch, or kind word began to build bridges. Teachers noticed his determination and offered encouragement. One kind teacher explained lessons slowly and patiently. Their support ignited a sense of possibility, showing that guidance could change everything. New York streets were alive with lessons beyond the classroom. Subway rides, street performers, and bustling markets taught observation, adaptability, and patience. Each experience built his confidence in navigating a new world. Adjusting to cultural differences was both exciting and confusing. Holidays, foods, and customs were strange but fascinating. He observed, asked questions, and gradually learned to honor both his heritage and the new culture around him. Challenges often tested his patience. Mistakes in language, misunderstandings, or social missteps could feel discouraging. Yet, he learned to laugh at himself and keep trying, understanding that failure was a natural part of growth. The first winter in New York was unforgettable. Snow blanketed the city, bringing both beauty and inconvenience. He learned to dress warmly, walk carefully, and even enjoy the cold with friends. Nature's change became another teacher. Schoolwork required extra effort. Homework, projects, and tests demanded focus and determination. He discovered the importance of discipline and time management. Small achievements in academics became sources of pride. Sports and activities became a way to connect with peers. Soccer games, basketball, and community clubs created friendships and teamwork skills. These moments also boosted his confidence outside the classroom. Learning slang and informal expressions was tricky. Phrases he heard in hallways or on TV often puzzled him. But through curiosity and practice, he began to understand the rhythm and nuance of everyday English. Family remained a constant support. Parents shared stories, encouraged study, and celebrated each success. Their belief in him was unwavering, providing both comfort and motivation. Cultural events in the city sparked curiosity. Parades, museums, and festivals became opportunities to learn about diversity. Exposure to different perspectives shaped his understanding of the world. Challenges in pronunciation were frustrating. Simple words could be misheard, and accents drew attention. He practiced diligently, sometimes alone, until speech became more confident and fluid. Making mistakes became less intimidating over time. Each error in language or social interaction was a lesson, not a failure. He learned resilience and embraced imperfection as part of growth. Neighbors and classmates offered both support and lessons. Interactions, whether positive or challenging, taught him about empathy, patience, and understanding. He began to navigate social dynamics with care and awareness. Reading became a refuge. Books offered both entertainment and education. Stories of American life, history, and imagination helped him feel connected while improving language skills. School projects provided opportunities to shine. Presentations, group assignments, and creative work allowed him to demonstrate skills beyond language. Success in these areas boosted self-esteem and pride. He began to dream bigger. Exposure to city life and opportunities sparked ambitions he had never imagined. Education became a tool for achieving these dreams and shaping a future full of possibilities. Language was now a bridge, not a barrier. Confidence grew as he spoke, wrote, and interacted more fluently. Communication unlocked friendships, learning, and understanding of his new home. City life brought both excitement and stress. Crowds, noise, and constant movement required adaptation. Yet these challenges strengthened his resilience and awareness of his own capabilities. Cultural adaptation involved balance. He learned to honor his roots while embracing new traditions. The ability to navigate both worlds became a source of pride and identity. Every accomplishment, small or large, reinforced his belief in persistence. Passing a test, mastering a phrase, or making a friend reminded him that effort always yields results. Through struggle and determination, he transformed challenges into growth. Each obstacle faced in the USA became a stepping stone toward confidence, adaptability, and a brighter future. Chapter 3: Education and Early Activism. College life opened doors to a new world. Classrooms were filled with ideas, debates, and diverse perspectives. He felt both challenged and inspired by the knowledge around him. Each lecture sparked curiosity and self-reflection. Africana studies became a source of empowerment. Learning about African history, culture, and struggles shaped his understanding of identity. He realized the importance of knowing one's roots to navigate the modern world. Political awareness began to take form. Discussions about inequality, justice, and rights stirred emotions and ignited passion. He started asking questions, attending forums, and exploring the causes he believed in. Music and cultural projects offered freedom. Collaborating with peers, he found a way to express ideas and emotions creatively. Songs, performances, and art became a voice for experiences that words alone could not capture. Early activism was sometimes uncomfortable, but necessary. Speaking out on campus and participating in protests required courage. Each step taught him resilience, confidence, and the power of collective action. Friends and mentors played a crucial role. Supportive peers encouraged exploration, while mentors guided understanding. Their insights helped him navigate complex social and political landscapes. Library nights became a routine. Hours spent reading, researching, and writing deepened knowledge. Academic rigor met personal curiosity, creating a strong foundation for future goals. Cultural events on campus enriched life. Festivals, art shows, and music nights connected students to heritage and community. Participation fostered creativity, pride, and collaboration. Debates in class were sometimes heated. Conflicting opinions tested patience and diplomacy. He learned to listen actively, respond thoughtfully, and respect diverse viewpoints. Activism extended beyond campus. Community events, volunteer projects, and awareness campaigns became platforms for real-world impact. Each involvement strengthened purpose and determination. Language and communication skills grew rapidly. Public speaking, presentations, and performance refined confidence. Expressing ideas clearly became a powerful tool for influence. Collaboration was key in music projects. Working with other musicians, he learned teamwork, compromise, and the magic of combining different talents. Each project was a lesson in synergy and creativity. Critical thinking became second nature. Analyzing issues, questioning assumptions, and proposing solutions prepared him for challenges beyond college walls. Education was more than grades. It was perspective. Participation in student organizations expanded horizons. Roles in clubs, committees, and initiatives built leadership skills and taught responsibility. Every task contributed to personal growth. Cultural pride deepened. Understanding heritage, celebrating traditions, and sharing stories strengthened identity. His work in music and activism intertwined with personal values. Challenges were inevitable. Balancing coursework, creative projects, and activism tested limits. He learned time management, prioritization, and resilience through trial and error. Writing became a channel for ideas. Essays, articles, and journals allowed reflection, articulation, and influence. The power of words complemented activism and music. Networking with peers and professionals created opportunities. Connections formed in college later paved pathways to collaboration and career growth. Relationships mattered as much as knowledge. Social justice issues were never distant. Awareness of systemic problems motivated action, inspired projects, and reinforced the importance of advocacy. Every small effort counted. Exposure to arts and culture shaped creativity. Music, theater, and visual arts informed expression, style, and storytelling. Each creative endeavor strengthened personal voice. Mentorship shaped aspirations. Guidance from professors and community leaders highlighted possibilities, opened doors, and encouraged ambition. Advice was applied in both activism and music. Learning to handle criticism was essential. Feedback on projects, performances, or essays sometimes stung, but it fostered improvement and humility. Growth required openness. Campus life was vibrant yet challenging. Social dynamics, academic pressures, and cultural exploration demanded adaptability. Each experience built resilience, awareness, and perspective. Personal values solidified. Education and activism clarified principles, priorities, and purpose. A sense of responsibility toward community and society emerged. Cultural projects became platforms for visibility. Performances and exhibitions showcased heritage, creativity, and social messages. Recognition reinforced motivation and impact. By graduation, he had transformed. Knowledge, skills, networks, and confidence merged into a foundation for the next stage of life. Education and activism were not just experiences, they were shaping identity and destiny. Chapter 4. First Jobs and Political Awakening. Starting his first job as a housing counselor was eye-opening. He met people from diverse backgrounds, each with unique struggles. Understanding their challenges required empathy and patience. Every story revealed the complexities of life in a new country. Helping immigrants navigate housing was both rewarding and demanding. Paperwork, language barriers, and bureaucracy tested his skills daily. Yet the satisfaction of seeing someone find a safe home outweighed the difficulties. Teaching became another avenue to make a difference. In classrooms filled with students learning English and culture, he found purpose. Sharing knowledge and guiding young minds was fulfilling, but he sensed there was more to be done. Observing systemic challenges sparked reflection. Helping individuals was meaningful, but larger issues persisted. He realized that policy, access, and inequality could not be solved by teaching alone. Every day brought lessons in humanity. Listening, advising, and supporting required understanding beyond textbooks. He discovered resilience in both himself and those he helped. Collaboration with colleagues enriched his perspective. Teamwork revealed strategies, pitfalls, and successes. Each experience reinforced the importance of communication and cooperation. Cultural sensitivity was crucial. Every immigrant had a story shaped by trauma, hope, or ambition. Adapting approaches to meet diverse needs became a professional priority. Some days were emotionally exhausting. Stories of hardship, displacement, and uncertainty weighed heavily. Yet, these challenges strengthened compassion and commitment. He learned to navigate bureaucratic systems efficiently. Knowledge of rules, policies, and procedures became tools to help clients more effectively. Each successful case felt like a small victory. Teaching revealed gaps in social support. Students often faced obstacles outside the classroom that affected learning. Understanding these contexts became part of the mission. Mentorship within the workplace guided him. Experienced counselors shared insights and strategies. Their wisdom shaped his approach to problem-solving and advocacy. He realized advocacy extended beyond individual cases. Engaging with community organizations and policymakers could create broader change. Teaching alone could not address systemic issues. Creativity and problem-solving became essential. Each client's situation was unique, requiring innovative approaches. Flexibility and critical thinking became daily habits. Networking with community leaders opened new opportunities. Partnerships enabled more resources and support for those in need. Collective efforts amplified impact. Exposure to policy challenges ignited political interest. Understanding how laws affected housing and education inspired deeper involvement. Knowledge translated into action. Time management became critical. Balancing counseling, teaching, and community work required planning, prioritization, and efficiency. Each day was a lesson in discipline. Cultural competence deepened. Learning local customs, legal norms, and social structures improved effectiveness in both counseling and teaching. Awareness was a key tool. Witnessing inequality firsthand fueled determination. The disparity between opportunity and need became evident, motivating advocacy and civic engagement. Workshops and seminars enhanced skills. Training on immigrant rights, education methods, and counseling techniques refined his approach. Continuous learning became a habit. Emotional resilience developed through experience. Handling disappointment, setbacks, and systemic frustrations required inner strength. Each challenge strengthened character. He began mentoring new colleagues, sharing lessons learned, reinforced knowledge, and created a supportive work culture. Teaching extended beyond students to peers. Community engagement grew. Organizing events, volunteering, and attending meetings created networks that enhanced impact. Active participation became part of daily life. Realization dawned that teaching and counseling alone were insufficient. Systemic change required political awareness, advocacy, and activism. Action at multiple levels became necessary. Personal reflection became frequent. Journaling, discussions, and self-evaluation helped process experiences and define goals. Understanding self was essential to helping others. The fusion of experience and awareness shaped his path. From individual support to community impact, he understood that meaningful change required both action and strategy. By the end of this chapter, he embraced a dual mission. Helping individuals directly while engaging politically and socially became the blueprint for future efforts. Purpose and action aligned. Chapter 5. Entering Politics. Deciding to enter politics was a monumental step. He understood that systemic change required influence at the legislative level. Individual efforts, while important, could not address the root causes of inequality. His campaign began at the grassroots level. Door-to-door conversations, community meetings, and listening sessions built trust. Every interaction was an opportunity to understand real needs. Campaign volunteers became essential partners. Their dedication, energy, and ideas fueled the movement. Collaboration created a sense of shared purpose and commitment. He focused on issues close to his heart. Immigrant rights, education, and economic opportunity shaped the campaign platform. Every policy proposal reflected lived experiences of his constituents. Engaging with local communities was both inspiring and humbling. Stories of struggle, resilience, and hope highlighted the urgency of political action. Listening became a core skill. Fundraising was a new challenge. Small donations from many supporters became the foundation. Grassroots fundraising reinforced the message of community-driven politics. Media appearances and interviews required careful preparation. Articulating vision and policy clearly became essential. Every public statement shaped perception and credibility. He encountered skepticism and opposition. Challenging established norms and powerful interests tested perseverance. Adversity strengthened resolve. Debates became platforms to showcase knowledge and vision. Engaging opponents respectfully, presenting facts, and sharing personal experiences created authenticity. Policy research became a daily task. Understanding legislation, local government structures, and community needs ensured informed advocacy. Knowledge translated into strategic action. Listening sessions revealed pressing issues. Housing insecurity, education gaps, and employment challenges dominated conversations. Solutions required both creativity and commitment. Grassroots campaigning emphasized personal connection. Handshakes, conversations, and shared meals built trust. Constituents felt seen, heard, and valued. Social media became a tool for outreach. Sharing stories, campaign updates, and personal insights connected with a broader audience. Engagement online complemented in-person efforts. He learned the importance of coalition building, aligning with community organizations, activists, and local leaders amplified impact. Partnerships strengthened both message and momentum. Volunteer training became essential. Equipping supporters with knowledge, strategy, and encouragement created a motivated and effective team. Empowerment was key. Campaign setbacks tested resilience. Missed opportunities, miscommunications, and unexpected challenges required adaptability. Each obstacle became a lesson. Voter registration drives expanded access. Ensuring that all eligible voices could participate reinforced the democratic process. Inclusion became a guiding principle. He remained focused on long-term goals. Beyond winning elections, sustainable change and community impact remained the priority. Vision extended past individual campaigns. Storytelling became a powerful tool. Sharing personal experiences of immigrants, students, and working families made issues relatable and urgent. Narrative shaped understanding. Public forums and town halls allowed direct dialogue. Engaging respectfully, answering questions, and addressing concerns reinforced credibility and trust. Grassroots support created momentum. Each volunteer, supporter, and advocate contributed to a growing wave of engagement. Collective energy propelled the campaign forward. Policy proposals were crafted with consultation. Community input, expert advice, and personal insight shaped actionable solutions. Collaboration ensured relevance and effectiveness. Media coverage highlighted achievements and goals. Press articles, interviews, and features expanded reach. Visibility translated into influence. Campaign strategy required continuous evaluation. Tracking engagement, voter sentiment, and resource allocation optimized efforts. Strategic planning became second nature. Victory, whether small or symbolic, celebrated collective effort. Each milestone represented teamwork, commitment, and shared vision. Success was a community achievement. By the end of this chapter, his political journey was defined. From grassroots beginnings to legislative ambition, the focus remained steadfast, fighting for immigrants, working families, and students. Purpose guided every step. Chapter 6. Mayoral Campaign and Victory. Challenging an incumbent like Cuomo was daunting. The political landscape was competitive and high stakes. Every move required strategy, focus, and resilience. He relied heavily on grassroots support. Volunteers, local activists, and community leaders formed the backbone of the campaign. Collective energy fueled momentum. Campaign messaging emphasized inclusion and equity. Addressing systemic issues like education, housing, and public safety resonated with diverse communities. Facing skepticism, he remained undeterred. Critics doubted his ability to navigate politics at this scale. Perseverance and confidence became essential. Fundraising efforts combined small donations and strategic outreach. Empowering ordinary people to contribute reinforced the democratic spirit of the campaign. Listening tours across neighborhoods informed policy priorities. Understanding the daily struggles of residents ensured relevant and actionable solutions. Debates tested preparation and poise. Presenting clear visions, countering opposition, and maintaining composure were critical to gaining public trust. Media scrutiny intensified. Every statement, appearance, and social media post was closely examined. Consistency and authenticity became crucial tools. Campaign volunteers worked tirelessly. From canvassing to phone banking, their dedication amplified the message and expanded outreach. Strategic endorsements provided credibility. Local organizations, activists, and community leaders offered both support and validation. Community events created personal connections. Town halls, rallies, and informal gatherings allowed for genuine dialogue. Residents felt heard and valued. Addressing language barriers was a priority. Multilingual materials and interpreters ensured that every community could engage with the campaign. Innovative digital strategies extended reach. Social media, email campaigns, and online town halls connected with younger voters and wider audiences. He navigated unexpected challenges with calm determination. Controversies, policy debates, and opposition attacks required careful response. Grassroots energy translated into visible support. Signs, chants, and local endorsements created a palpable wave of enthusiasm. Policy proposals focused on justice and equity. Affordable housing, public health, and economic opportunities were central themes. Voter engagement efforts intensified. Registration drives, informational sessions, and targeted outreach ensured high participation. Collaborating with diverse communities strengthened trust. Building coalitions across cultures and neighborhoods amplified the campaign's impact. Debate preparation included role-playing, research, and strategy sessions. Effective communication became a vital asset. He emphasized transparency and accountability. Sharing plans openly and seeking community input reinforced credibility. Campaign milestones celebrated collective effort. Every volunteer, donor, and supporter contributed to the growing momentum. Facing Cuomo required strategic messaging. Contrasting visions and policy priorities highlighted a clear alternative for voters. On election night, anticipation and tension were high. Supporters gathered, reflecting months of effort, commitment, and hope. Victory marked a historic moment. Becoming New York City's first Muslim and South Asian mayor symbolized progress, representation, and possibility. The win was more than personal success. It represented the aspirations of immigrants, working families, and diverse communities across the city. From challenging an incumbent to achieving historic victory, his mayoral journey demonstrated the power of persistence, community, and purpose. Chapter 7: Lessons and Inspiration. Life's challenges shaped resilience. Every obstacle became a lesson in patience and perseverance. Growth often comes from discomfort and adversity. He learned to embrace failure as feedback. Mistakes became opportunities to improve and refine strategies for future success. Turning struggle into strength required self-reflection. Understanding personal limits and capabilities helped transform setbacks into motivation. Community support reinforced determination. Family, friends, and mentors offered guidance, encouragement, and reassurance during difficult times. Every experience, positive or negative, contributed to a broader perspective. Lessons learned became tools for navigating life's complexities. He emphasized the importance of persistence. Consistent effort, even when progress seemed slow, built momentum over time. Challenges revealed hidden strengths. Personal growth often emerged from situations that initially felt overwhelming or impossible. Overcoming doubt required confidence and clarity. Believing in one's vision, even amidst uncertainty, fostered courage. Mentorship played a key role. Learning from others' experiences provided valuable insight and guidance. He advocated for embracing individuality. Unique backgrounds, perspectives, and experiences were powerful assets, not limitations. Adversity taught empathy. Understanding the struggles of others created deeper connections and stronger relationships. Turning struggle into action became a guiding principle. Transforming challenges into tangible steps empowered personal and communal progress. Resilience was cultivated through daily practice. Mindfulness, reflection, and consistent effort strengthened mental and emotional endurance. He encouraged viewers to see obstacles as opportunities. Each difficulty held the potential for growth, learning, and achievement. Self-belief was crucial. Confidence, paired with dedication and hard work, enabled the pursuit of meaningful goals. Gratitude amplified perspective. Appreciating small victories and support systems reinforced a positive mindset. Sharing personal stories inspired others. Authentic narratives fostered connection, hope, and motivation. He emphasized lifelong learning. Challenges prompted curiosity, creativity, and continuous personal development. Persistence in the face of rejection built character. Every no became a step closer to eventual success. He encouraged viewers to define their own path. External expectations should not limit ambition or creativity. Community engagement magnified impact. Supporting and uplifting others created reciprocal growth and opportunity. Turning personal history into a source of power required reflection and courage. Backgrounds shaped perspective and resilience. He highlighted the importance of vision. Clear goals provided direction and sustained motivation, even during hardship. Every struggle held meaning. Finding purpose in challenges transformed obstacles into milestones of achievement. The overarching lesson was empowerment. Viewers were reminded that their background, experiences, and resilience were invaluable assets. From adversity to achievement, life's lessons demonstrated that strength emerges not in spite of struggle, but because of it. We have learned so much from this story. Perseverance, believing in yourself, and turning pain into power can change your life. No matter where you come from, your background can become your strength. If you enjoyed this story, please subscribe to Easy English Official for more inspiring stories and English learning videos. Don't forget to like, share, and comment on what inspired you today. Keep practicing, keep learning, and remember, your story matters.